story now as teams learn and adapt and they get better throughout the season. So again, it very well can happen. A lot of crazy stuff can happen in this lower bracket, but chat, I think a G1 will take it. Let's find out what happens in this best of 5 achieves Lemon Kiwi.
I did have to dig real deep, though, to find some nice things to say about Monaco esports. It's been a while since they've been at top form, you know, the top 8 at the fall split, but have fallen off ever since. But this first goal by Ocelon at least puts them ahead in this game 1.
Yeah, off the rip. Unfortunately, Dorito and Atomic kind of just blocking each other's clear attempts and just falls right back into the middle for Ocelon to come through and collect. Not the right start if you are over on G1, to be sure.
G1 kind of facing that deja vu. Oh, okay. Is the off the backboard there, but G1 deja vu moment facing Guild Esports, just like in the Spring Open. Did okay in the Spring Open and not doing hot in the lower bracket with Monaco Esports now up 2-0.
Man, I really like Dying's patience there. Kind of just let Ocelon work in the corner. You never want to double commit in those corners when your teammate is already there. Let them work. More often than not, that ball's going to come right back out to you. Ocelon did a great job fighting for the ball. Gets 2 on the board for Monaco. Now you kind of start scratching your head a little bit if you're G1.
Yeah, I'm just going to stop talking about narratives. If people are going to be scoring this early, Monaco is coming right out the gate swinging. An offense lacking for G1. Good challenge there, maybe sparks something up. Dorito's going to cut through the left side. Good defense from Dying. This goes right in front of the box. Whoever that was from G1 just got shoved out of the way as Dorito was almost set up for a home run, and he has to race back.
And they got the boost stolen as well. G1 probably going to get boxed in here, especially with Dying keeping control of that ball so well. Another good opportunity here for Monaco to extend that pressure and keep that lead well in hand.
Like G1. Oh, that challenge from Dying is good. It's up the wall. Only doesn't have enough boost.
Again?
Dorito pitches it off his teammate, and that's a free goal for Monaco.
Repeat the first goal all over again. He's just trying to clear the ball, and there's Oli just blocks it, and it falls right back down into the middle. It's the same thing on the left side of the net. Oh my goodness gracious me. What is going on here for G1?
Like how, I like you kept the safe take on the decibel. You said G1 should win.
Yeah. I gave myself at least an out.
Yeah, G1 only registered 1 shot to the 6th. Monaco just kind of dominating on the offense. Oli's taken some corner boosts, so maybe if he can slow down Monaco, keep them trapped in. G1 have had these nice challenges to turn the ball around in terms of goal generation. No, nothing yet, and that's the 4th one sailing on by.
So you can kind of see the idea here for G1. Oli wants to go all the way back across the pitch to Dorito there, who just stole that corner boost, but that ball does not have enough pace on it. Does not get anywhere close to his teammate before it gets picked off. Great vision from Monaco. And I don't hate the idea, you know, try and crisscross the defense. Not again.
What?
With the bump. Oh my goodness. It's the madhouse here.
Didn't have this on my bingo card today. Dying just getting there before Oli just seems a bit slow to the pitch. All of G1 seem a bit slow to the pitch. As I was saying, deja vu. Last time in the Open, they faced Guild Esports. Were able to win that in Game 5 and go to the second round. But here, they lose to Guild Esports, find themselves now down bad against Monaco.
I honestly, I'll be honest, I did not think that was going to be anywhere close to relevant when you brought it up. But now I'm really glad that you did because, there we go. Okay, they can score. At least they're on the board. Game 1, I think, is an absolute wash. You've got just under 3 minutes to go, and yeah, you've just scored, but you've given up 5. And you gave up 4 before 2 minutes had even elapsed. Like, I think you kind of have to write this one off if you're G1, and at this point, you're just hoping that you keep them at 5, and you see how many you can get back, and say, okay, let's actually start playing now.
Just Monaco are finding punishes on the G1. They're getting kickoff goals, forcing G1 to just team pinch off the back wall, and communication is breaking down when you're running out of boost, and then you're not getting out of the way. You have that awkward pinch from G1 into the net, or in front of the net. Monaco have taken advantage of every single blunder in this Game 1. G1 did just come off of a loss, and so did Monaco technically, as Dorito gets one back. So now they're only down by 3, but is 2 minutes and 13 seconds enough to spark up something for G1?
2 minutes, 3 goal. It actually, with that goal from Dorito, by the way, massive dunk off the sidewall. Just put that down for a moment. With 2 minutes on the clock and down 3, still unlikely, but surprisingly, it feels a lot more doable. It's like there's always that big psychological difference between, you have to score 3 versus you have to score 2 and so on and so forth. So kind of cutting the lead down to size slowly but surely does feel good. And they're going to get another one back. Dorito from Oli with a hard pass off the sidewall.
Okay, hold up. They're really, G1 are just really a second half team. I don't know what kind of wake up, what they had to tell to each other mid-game, but this is now possible. Dorito with both goals. Remember, this was like a 6-1 shot count in the first couple minutes, and G1 slowly coming back. But Monaco cutting through the corner. Now they're up 6-3.
Dying has been on another level here in game 1. Dude's been a challenge beast. Scored a well-deserved hat trick here. He's been capitalizing on the obviously early game mistakes, and now he scores a beautiful shot out of the corner. Get that lead back well in hand for him. Massive, shot from Dying to take the wind out of the sails from G1, and Asalan will make sure that lead stays at 3.
It's going all the way down. Dorito races back, just barely. Oli misses the touch. What is going on with Oli today? I don't know, but Monaco are up 7-3.
Yeah, Oli. Oh, what? You're absolutely right. I went to his camera just to make sure something crazy didn't happen, but no, that's just a complete misplay. Only going to be kicking himself. Granted, again, you are already down by 3 with 1 minute and 30. It's not the end of the world, but that one feels bad. You don't want to miss an easy one if you're Oli. That's just tough.
Yeah, and it was just, we didn't blame him for that first kind of ran out of boost and then had that weird team pinch, but some mistakes coming out of G1, nothing that they can't improve and clean up on, but Monaco applying the pressure now on the back wall. Good pinch from Atomic, gives it right back to Monaco, dropping down. Asalan with the finish. So many goals, by the way, 8-3.
I'll be honest, I wanted Dying to score this one. He's been working hard and gets it in a scoreable spot. That's all that really matters. Great positioning from Asalan to collect. But you're right, scoring bonanza from Monaco. That's 15 shots, and they've scored over half of them. This is not a game that you get to see very often at the RLCS level, where one team has a 50% shooting percentage. Just bonkers with this many goals.
Yeah. G1 have been pretty good at taking corner boost, but doing what with it? Monaco has still been able to cross the field and obviously put on the goals at once for free. Where is the defense?
The defense, they miss one challenge. Dorito thinks he's got some time to go grab corner boost, ends up turning forward, hoping to catch that pass from Atomic. Unfortunately, that ball kind of gets a piece taken out of it, and it falls a little bit short. Of course, G1 trying to get some type of counterattack and seeing if they can make this scoreline look a little bit more respectable, just ends up extending it.
Yeah, I know October is very far long ago, but obviously G1 have made improvements since then. You went from the 0 to now the 3 goals, and now Dying's off the back wall, well protected there by Dorito. And G1 did start to pick things up in the second half, but Monaco did not let that shake them. They just kept scoring on them, almost hitting the double digits. Still probably possible. Good challenge, though, from G1. It's not on target. Dorito might go for one last one, but game 1 heavily going the way of Monaco Esports.
Well-deserved game. You mentioned it, to be fair, when the scoreline was somehow slightly closer at 4-0. You did mention it back then, and it was capitalizing on a couple of mistakes, and it's a mistake riddled game for G1 on multiple fronts. Communication, like, look at this, like, Oli's just floating and he can't block it. Another one goes in. That's the second goal that they allowed, blocking their own clear. They kind of start this comeback here, and then it was just, we can't get the ball to where it needs to go. Too easy to read for Monaco Esports, picking the ball off, scoring freebies. That was an absolute disaster of a game with your G1. That's please go, GG, go next, and let's just forget about it.
Yeah, just like I'm sure how both these teams are trying to forget what happened in the first round to find themselves in the lower bracket. Maybe G1 feeling the nerves of how much this run is important to them when it comes to the World's qualifications. But I'm feeling like Oprah out here where I'm like, you get a hat trick, you get a hat trick. Everyone from Monaco got a hat trick. Everyone is involved on this offense, and you're wishing G1 had more involved on the defense. But we go to game 2. Everyone wash our brains of what just happened. See if we'll have a closer game.
Yeah, first thing to get ironed out if you're G1 here, communication. And at that point, then you can worry about where the ball needs to go, because you need to have a better spread of the field. You can't be getting in each other's way on defense specifically. That's what really dug you in the hole early in the last one.
All right. Like Monaco able to avoid the challenge, send it all the way down. Good pinch from Oli. We're just playing boom ball. He's dying. Waits for the approach. Thizzy able to kind of bump some people to slow down their approach. Oli goes for a shot. It's read by the defense. He's bumped off the play. And here comes Monaco on the counterattack.
Well, there's one player I'm looking at on Monaco. I want to see Dying keep having a great show, but no, did they run into each other? You thought this clear was going to come out? Let's take a second look, okay? Oh, did Oli clip Dorito right there as he tried to jump? Oh, no.
G1 a little lost. It's okay. Right?
Sometimes things just don't go your way. This is not the time to have that happen if you're G1.
Yeah, because losing here in the lower bracket would be giving up their world spot, most likely to BDS or PSG Tundra in their shadow, as we said in the pre-deck. I'm sure they're feeling the nerves and hoping to just make quick improvements, but now overcompensating as you just have a 2-0 in the net, and Monaco are still running these.
Okay, so it looks like Oli, he positions like far left, thinking a touch from Atomic is gonna come. And there has to be some weird communication hiccup, because normally if you're Atomic there diving at that ball in the corner, you'll say whether or not you've got the touch, right? And Oli just assumed it was coming, but looking at it, you knew Atomic was never going to get there if you were on his perspective, and that's just such a weird goal to allow, considering that your support player, Dorito, is pretty much right under Atomic, and he's trying to get it back going the other way, but Oli's a step behind it. Dish back into the middle, and once again, Monaco just breaking out.
Tough shot for Oli to make on the rebound, but it was one that needed to happen. I think that was very possible, and this gets all the way downfield. Atomic might get there first. No, Dying jumps first. Oli with the follow-up. And G1 aren't getting these second touches that are going into great places to play off of, and Ocelon just gets that for free, I guess.
Great passing play for one. Huge vision from Stizzy. Dump it into the open space. Ocelon slowing the play down, and look at Atomic. He's just trying to get the ball going back the other way as quickly as possible. He wants to apply that pressure, but he's the third man. That challenge has to be a little bit more conservative. You have to make sure you don't lose the ball first. And unfortunately, that concedes goal number 3, and you're right back in the same situation as game 1, where you've given up a massive lead far too quickly.
Yeah, we thought G1 were just a second half team. Just wait for these next 15 seconds to go by, and G1 might turn up. Atomic misses his chance, late to the challenge, late to the shot. But Monaco in their first match, that's a good bounce on the cross, but Atomic cleans it up. So G1, a little bit more on target, getting better on offense. But as I was saying, Monaco went to all 3 games that they went against Oxygen were in overtime. So I'm sure you come into this lower bracket with, we played well, we made it close, and we can make the run.
Honestly, right now, they are looking like the better team. Yes, they just allowed a goal, but granted, I think everyone expected a little bit more execution from Oli on that air dribble flip reset. So now at this point, if you're Monaco, I was thinking G1 should be the ones playing better, but that may very well not be the case today. As that's a nice demo. Okay, you can start to build something here. Dorito goes at it way too quickly. Huge block again on the recovery. Oli keeps it in play, but Atomic has had to rotate too far out to get boost. The attack likely will stall out here. There's two players stuck on the same side. Dorito somehow recovers the ball. Atomic just looking for a little bit of help. Flips it. There's the bump to allow the space, but Oli went to go steal the boost. So G1 finally going to have to relinquish something. Just hitting bottom right corner. 2-3.
The tiniest of gap. There were so many awkward touches from Monaco, and G1 just needed a bit of time to capitalize on it. Great placement in the bottom right. You caught Monaco diving. And what did I say, man? G1's just a second half team.
They're coming. They're in good shape. I'll be honest, I'm amazed they were able to stay on that offensive press for so long. Really felt like some clear was going to have to happen, or should have happened at some point, but they kept stringing the challenges together, get themselves back into this game. 90 seconds to score one. Super doable. It's just a matter of, can you break through that mental barrier of you have conceded 11 goals in this series already.
Okay, good touch by Dying. Atomic has to race back, pitch off the ground. Good save, good read from Atomic. Dorito with the clear, no, read by the midfield push. Ocelon goes forward for the second touch. The 50 keeps it going for Monaco. They want to cut in. They need insurance goals, especially like for against a team like G1 who love to surprise you in that second half. Dorito is removed 2-on-3. And G1 just can't keep it going with that man down.
No!
What?
Oh.
No shot.
Well, let's see. I'm pretty sure Dorito did get demoed. So, yeah, he respawns right there, picks up 100, and, Dying just blasts it. Man. I mean, that's not even really Dorito's fault. He was respawning, and that's just a perfect shot from Dying, because I would say easily 90% of the time you're going to have the opportunity to grab that boost in the corner like Dorito went for, and just got to tip your cap sometimes. Nice shot, Dying.
The defense own goals. Do you blame them this time, Achieves, or not?
Well, Ocelon, that's right to let that go. Only huge block, and unfortunately, I don't think you can blame Monaco's defense right there. That's just Atomic rotating out of the net, and it happens to tick off his car. What can you do? Get caught by surprise, as I'm sure Atomic did as well, but they will take it. They're back within one.
35 seconds. Oli with the carry. Almost was able to shove it in. Cross got in the way. Here comes the push for Monaco. Back wall. Dorito there in time. G1's defense starting to get a step ahead and not making as many mistakes. But man, Monaco's placement of shots, though, they've been really accurate. Doesn't even matter if there's a defender there. Dorito yet with another save. Ocelon with the rebound. Atomic there. Crisscross, applesauce, but in the back of the net. Monaco up by 2.
You gotta save this ball if you're on defense. I mean, Atomic's in the net. Oh, and he jumps. That's why. Okay, he was expecting Dying to place that top right. I thought he was still driving on the ground, and they just didn't hit that ball. But never mind. Dying pulls them all out of position. Scares them all half to death with where it could go. Keeps the lead to 2, and this one burns if you're G1. Down 2-0 in a series where you probably should be winning. Game 1, the defense lets you down big time. You get absolutely massacred. Game 2, the offense is kind of what lets you down. Sure, you started to piece it together and get some goals, but you threw away some easy goals Monaco's way where you allowed some really strong counterattacks just because you were trying to be too aggressive and giving up way too much position for not enough.
Leaf, I mean, this game has us on the edge of our seats. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing right. Well, I was when I was sitting, but I'm standing up now, so I'm not quite on the edge of it. But I'm still excited, regardless. Let's get you some updates here. We have a match point. Fufax Stop is actually on match point against Fast Forward. And where is it on my screen right now? I have the same matchup twice there.
One of your
Devil Fruit and Sub. That's a match I expected to be pretty close, and it is. It's 1-1. Devil Fruit is about to take game 2 to put themselves at match point. And then we have the speed story that I was looking for. 2.5 men are up 2-1 over Luna Galaxy, and they're winning in this game 4 2-0 with half the game left to go. So potentially Speed facing off against Tundra. I'm speaking as if it's like a 1v3. Just speed from here on out.
He's going to go get it done. As G1 gets it done here, Dorito. Big gym membership there. Absolutely out-muscling the defense. 1-0 for G1. This is how things should have been starting, they're saying to themselves. Now keep the lead.
And you talk about that muscle. I mean, Dorito was the bouncer in the defense, too. Just able to be the lead blocker and keep G1 in a closer situation. Now it's looking like G1 isn't just a second half team. Finally, they can have the first goal. But what will Monaco do? They're almost team pinching, team bumping this forward. They got the demo, 3-on-2 for Monaco. Aslan just a little bit late, but Dizzy. Oh, just the shot too high off the cross. Dizzy going for round 2, that cross. Really loving it. Smoke in front of the net. Oli still saves.
Wow, huge deliverance from Oli there. What a stop through the smoke screen. Have no idea when the shot is going to be coming through and just keeps his composure. Stands his ground right in the near post and makes a great stop to keep this lead at 1. Nice delaying touch from Dying there to try and reset Monaco on defense.
G1 pressuring the right side. Dorito pops it up, not expecting it, but find time for G1 to get into position. Oli up to the sky, 30 boost and a dream. Gives it right to Monaco's defense. Clear it all the way down.
A little delayed touch there from Dorito. I'm not sure if it was the best opportunity, but it actually does work out. They get that ball out into space, and now G1 starting to understand where the gaps in the field are, how to move that ball there. You see this back pass from Dorito just to buy a little bit of time. They know this one's coming back. Now they're settled in. It's taken a bit longer than they would have liked, but you got to start somewhere if you want to make the reverse sweep happen.
Yeah, Monaco pushing forward, Dying going for bumps. But the rest of the team of Monaco were going for boosts. So the ball in the hands of G1. Weird bounce for Dorito to take a shot off of midfield. Back and forth. Only the only one in the sky. Reset available. Dorito goes for corner boost. Off the cross. Good pinch from Stizzy. But a soft rebound. G1 not applying that pressure.
Great save from Stizzy is right. Not an easy play to have to make. Making sure you don't own goal. Oli gets trapped on the backboard, and Dorito's going to bail him out. Stizzy not done yet. Fakes it out for Dying. Stalemate into the middle of the box, but punch downfield. Atomic, can you find Oli? It gets a little too hot to handle, and Dorito will just chop this one back. Stizzy just going to delay the play here and throw it into the corner for safety.
Well, in this first half, Monaco have been stopped every single time. They've had this kind of threatening-looking offense. Now it's just kind of back pass here, Dying to Aslan. But G1 every step of the way have been challenging, Dying to the back wall. Aslan can't get the touch. Good kind of redirect away from that situation from Oli. Tucks it into the corner, looking for a clear, but Monaco have them downloaded on that left side. Stizzy can't receive that pass, and that's a G1 clear.
What a touch from Oli, and great job. I mean, Oli has to follow this play all the way around. He knows that this is an awkward play for Aslan to make, which, by the way, excellent job from Aslan to even find a way to get that ball out towards the corner. It's just great patience from Oli, letting Aslan try and make the play on the ball. He knows it's difficult, so just see where he's going to try and put it. And Oli, patience pays, gets the second goal.
And this is where this is the level we expected G1 to play at. Oh, this is the narrow save, almost a redirect opportunity too for Monaco. And that's just an open net, 3-0 for G1. We expected G1 to come out the gates with this level of play, and for them to drop the first 2 games like that bad, makes you question the consistency of G1. At least there's improvements.
Yes, they've figured it out, at least to some degree. They got on the board first, then they started moving the ball in a little bit more of an effective way, and now you kind of start to see, okay, Monaco, can you adapt now that we're not just sitting here giving you free goals and honestly making quite questionable decisions? Yes, they can. Dizzy's been trying all game to find the backboard. Finally, on shot number 4, it finds the top right corner, I think off a pool shot, if memory serves.
And
Yeah,
with all 3 there, 1v3. That is incredible from Stizzy. Monaco down but not out yet with less than 90 seconds to go. It's a G1 kickoff where Aslan tries to rob them of the ball. Dying needs to follow up with this. Protect that back wall well. Atomic and Dorito Put it right back into the corner. Atomic! Ooh. Oh, from the right side. Just barely saved by Monaco. Dorito off the back. And this could roll all the way back. Stizzy! No, Atomic saves.
Nice job, Atomic. He's kind of been this rogue agent, I would say, for G1. He's been so aggressive moving around the pitch at such a high speed, where if he's getting good touches on the ball, good things are happening, but he may just pull himself out of position. Dorito denied another goal. A nice clear from Stizzy, and there's a nice long clear from Dying as well. Finally push G1 back into their own half. Maybe they'll stay there, and Dorito, excellent clear off his own back wall.
Stizzy's doing really well on this defense. 30 seconds for Monaco to either get 2 or for G1 to try and climb back in this series. They want to keep that world spot. Monaco can be that gatekeeper. As Stizzy was kind of a soft clear and too far away from the ball. This is turned around there by Atomic. Has Oli in the box with an awkward bounce. Read better by the defense of Monaco, who just can't seem to get the same offense going that they did in game 1 with the 9 goals. They'll only have the 6 shots, but a big turnaround from G1 to see those signs of life.
Great job. Got out in front early, kept the lead. That was the biggest thing, but do be careful. I think there were a couple opportunities here that easily could have gone the other way. Stizzy, I think there were a couple shots that you can't really blame Stizzy for missing. He was just in a tight situation and it was a half chance at best, but there were other times where, like, okay, again, it's difficult, but you can probably score that one at a higher percentage, and unfortunately, just throwing it off the bar a little bit too much here for Monaco Leaf.
Hey, we got a series, Leaf. What's up?
Yeah, what's up? What's happening? G1, G1 looking like they kind of woke up. Something weird was happening at the beginning of that series, I believe. I mean, especially when you're letting in 9 goals, right? Like something ain't right.
Something's not cooking.
Something ain't right with the team at that point, that's for sure. I do gotta let you know, 2.5 men, Speed and the rest of his teammates made it through Rizex and Toxic as well. So they get their 3-1 against Luna Galaxy. So New Org or not, they are not going to carry on any further in the bracket. They'll be facing off against PSG Tundra in the next round, which we will be watching before we end our day today. Not that matchup, maybe specifically, but that whole round. And then we do have a match point still for Fufac Stop and Devil Fruit on match point for against. Actually, let me see. That might have updated now. Fufac Stop is completed their match. They win against Fast Forward to face off against Oxygen Esports in that next round, and game 5 for Devil Fruit and Stop.
No sweeps in the lower bracket.
No sweeps.
Yeah.
No freebies.
Yeah. No freebies, that's for sure. And Devil Fruit Saw, that's one again I thought might end up running a good distance, especially how we saw Devil Fruit playing against Carmine Corp. Maybe K Corp wasn't playing their best today, but the fact they even got a game off them that's a feat a lot of teams can't always do.
See, now that G1 have remembered how to play, now this is a lot more of an evenly matched series. But was that just a fluke? Can G1 keep that up? Or are Monaco just warming back? Oh, okay, Dorito's there. He kind of blended into the net. I was scared there for a second.
He's back, no worries. But the player to watch for me on G1 still remains to be Atomic. He's playing so aggressively, but who cares about Atomic? Oli's gonna score in the 1v1 here off a great little air dribble, opening the door with that bump, and Stizzy just can't hang with it.
Yeah, Oli coming in too quick, and Stizzy has had to make difficult saves. He pointed that out in the last game, and this one is too hot to handle. And if we're looking at stats, I mean, here's a stupid one. Last time G1 had the first goal, they won the game. So very small sample size, but we'll sniff that out.
Always relevant. Scoring first, always helpful. It gives you a little bit of that cushion, that security of knowing you don't have to make something happen. You can kind of play the game of opportunity, and we'll see what Monaco can do here. Dying. Oh, that was clever! Trying to kick it out to the left side of the net. See if his teammate makes the read, and they just score on the small outside edge of that net. Love that idea, but difficult to execute, of course.
Like that bump from Oli, too. Tried to open up the net. Both teams needing to be a lot more physical to force these errors from their opponent. Still only a 1-0 lead for G1. Ostalon with an important demo. Slams it to the right wall, but still Stizzy's got his back, and Monaco tie 1-1.
This ball just kind of went through everybody on the server, it felt like, and Aslan's just like, cool, just get this ball out in the middle, and Stizzy, he will collect the easy one there. Way to work through traffic.
That is the key word here, a lot of traffic. Although it was lacking defensively in game one, the fact that we had our stats people actually look up if there was some kind of record of how many goals were scored this series, but haven't reached that point yet, as Dying is trying to reach towards the net. Rebound goes towards Aslan, but it was the obvious setup of Atomic on the back wall, cleared by G1. Counterattack is slowed, all thanks to Stizzy taking it up to the skies. Aslan is going for demos, and 3-on-2 for Monaco. Let's see what they can make happen.
Long way to go here. Gotta be careful if you're Monaco. You don't want to start getting too greedy.
Now Oli and Atomic making the space. Oli sees Stizzy trying to bump him off that back wall. The pressure applied there from G1. Looks like they have just left the area. A little bit of space for Monaco to work with, and as soon as G1 had boost, they came back, started demoing. Atomic is in the box. Oli just pinches out to Dorito, takes the shot, and no one's home. 2-1 G1.
Really tight support here from Dorito, and it's actually what lets him beat Dying, because Dying is watching that play develop over his shoulder with ball cam on, so he kind of loses track of what the middle of the pitch looks like, and when that ball goes off the backboard, he just doesn't know Dorito's got him beat. Just slides in right behind him. 2-1 G1.
Okay, just a demo off of kickoff. Okay. Monaco getting real physical with it. Stizzy set up on the left. Has to go towards the right. Bait out the defense. Aslan steps up yet again. Dying in the box. This 50 drops right down, but Atomic is there first. So this counterattack could start from G1, depending on how this challenge of Oli goes. He wins the 50. Pinch down to Dorito as G1 fight tooth and nail just across the midfield and hold on to this 1-goal lead to go to Champions Field. As Monaco want to have more of a say, especially with the dominance they had at the start of the series. G1 is definitely not an easy challenge, and they figured that out.
Getting dangerously close to conceding, but they will work their way out of a tight spot on defense. They almost got bumped to concede an equalizer, but they find a couple of gaps, win a nice ball through the midfield, and Oli will put it away. 2-goal lead for G1. It's a tight margin of error, but they are treading that tightrope nicely.
Yesterday, when I was casting Hercules' tournament, we had like multiple reverse sweeps, and I might be cursed with them. I'm getting bad juju vibes with G1 waking up. They're not only a second half team, but maybe a second half of the series type of team too. As 90 seconds left for them to hold on to this lead to maybe send us into Champions Field, unless Monaco can spark up a better offense than they've had. 6 shots and had to force a lot of saves, or really critical saves from G1. Monaco's defense does hold on. Not a lot of boost though for Dying, as trying to get silly with it against Oli to break through that right lane. Aslan has to get involved, and there's some space here for Monaco.
Flip reset, just trying to see if you can slow down that G1 defense and give Monaco a chance to kind of get set at the midfield, but even that, it's seemingly not enough, as Oli unintentionally takes away the pass that he was looking for. Everyone will have to reset, but time a factor now for Monaco. Dying, who started this series off so red hot, only 98 score here in game 4, unable to find a way to be impactful.
At least Oli has definitely stepped up in this series, able to guide this offense something successful. It was a nice setup to the box, and Dorito brings it right back. That left post, a little close. Oli just keeps challenging in the midfield, slowing down every opportunity and squashing it for Monaco in this game 4. And with the seconds draining by, G1 claw their way back in the series, and we're going to game 5.
Well, second half of the series team, it would appear they are indeed. G1 definitely getting a much firmer grip on the pitch as the series has gone on. They've started figuring out where they need to position, and now it's all on Monaco. Can you find a way through? They're trying. You talked about physicality being a way to open up opportunities. And Monaco is definitely going for that, just not able to connect on that physicality.
I want to connect back with the Leaf. And how's this bracket going? No sweeps? Still exciting?
Yeah, no, we have our last match besides this one just completed, and it was Saw taking down Devil Fruit in Game 5. They'll face off against BDS in that second lower bracket round 2. They survive elimination, at least this time. That's quite the team to have to go face up against right after this. But yeah, this will be our last match here, and I like what I'm like what G1 did. They're like, hey, Lemon brought up that previous record. Let's make it relevant. Let's have a real series on our hands here. And now it looks like they're shutting down Monaco. But Game 5 is always exciting, especially when elimination's on the line.
We got a Champions Field with, feels like a world spot on the line. The world resting on the shoulders of G1, who are hoping to get that reverse sweep. And Atomic, he's keeping that stat up.
Really nice kickoff, just dodges getting bumped. Ocelon, I think, thought he was going to have a piece taken out of it, and it was going to be him going for the counterattack. Unfortunately, got caught, hand in the cookie jar, and concedes first 4 seconds in.
We're going to keep that stat up, Leaf, of G1 scoring first, winning the game. We now have a sample size of 2, and we'll see if we'll make that 3 this game. But Monaco, we're done fooling around now, okay? The first 2 games you won, maybe you slowed the pedal a bit. Maybe G1 downloaded you or downloaded themselves and stopped making mistakes. Not sure which one it is. Maybe a bit of column A or column B. Dying, looking for the second touch. It goes to Ocelon. Lobs the shot in. Oli saves. Still looking for the clear, though. Stizzy able to take this away from Oli. Dorito with another bounce back. But it's still possession for Monaco. Can keep this going.
Oh, tough one. Stizzy. Oh, they got the physicality, but Ocelon didn't believe it. Now they have to try and put the offense back together. Unfortunately, they just weren't willing to try and press what felt like a slim advantage. Now they have to fight for the ball again.
Oh, geez. G1 on another offense. Atomic, patient in front of Stizzy, falls back. But I feel like G1 are just going for this heavy challenge game in the midfield and making Monaco's transition to the orange side feeling like it's just impossible. Now, they're doing so, of course, at caster curse there. Caster blessed Monaco, I should say. But not able to have a threatening offense there. They made it to the orange half, but then what,
Oh, here's a lot of space for dying, but Oli, he's been so patient. And I actually think you're dead on right. They are focused on that challenge game, but the big aspect of that challenge game that they're focusing on is the timing of it. They're willing to give just a little bit of space to make sure that they make solid contact with the ball. Of course, as I say that now, Oli just completely whiffs his challenge, and now they have to play on their own goal line. I've cursed it.
Yeah. Atomic is also dodging challenges left and right into the box. That was a dangerous place for the ball to be centered out in front of the net. Only a 1-0 game. A lot has changed since that game 1. It feels like forever ago when we had a 12-goal total game, and definitely more of a stalemate. Atomic with important demo, pinches it off to Dorito. Still a cleanup possible, and it pinches in 2-0 for G1.
You want to know the difference between Monaco and G1? This right here. In a similar situation earlier in the game, Monaco did not try and press the slim advantage. G1 says, yeah, send the house. Just keep pressing this advantage, even though we're just stuck here right on this near post. Throw it up off the backboard. Let's have the third man come through and drop the hammer on him. And they get a huge second goal.
No saves registered out of Monaco, and very similar shots out of both sides. It's not like the offense is there. Just the defense is. And that's going to drop in front of the net as Stizzy misses that. Ocelon has to really buy some time because G1 almost spotted that moment to strike. Down the field, Dying goes, but a bit slow to the ball, and maybe concedes possession there for G1, or at least Monaco giving it to G1. But again, where is that threat from Monaco that we saw in G1? Ocelon just carving his way through the left side. Stizzy has to cut through the right. Good center out. Stizzy not getting the second touch, and the follow-up from Monaco's not there, really.
Oh, double commit, though. That's going to ruin their positioning. And as you can see, Stizzy immediately ran all the way back because he didn't know exactly where that ball was going to go, and they get scored on for it. Oh, man. You hate to see it. They were starting to at least build the pressure. but then one double commit, and you have to give up all that space to compensate back the other way, and you just get scored on because you can't figure out where the play is headed. That's tough.
Monaco can't keep up the speed defensively against G1's counterattack. And Ocelon, just this low shot, easily saved. Monaco have registered 7 shots, so it's, like I said, it's not like they can't do anything. Well, they can't produce goals. They can produce shots. That doesn't win you a game. Yeah. They're doing their best.
Never a fun position to be in, and out of time to do it. With the ball, and he still got it. Man, talk about smashing the last man out of the way and thinking you have a free goal, and they still make the play. Ugh.
Maybe we could rename G1 into G3 because they've scored 3 goals every game. Speaking of just stupid fun stats to be thrown out here, including the potential of a reverse sweep if G1 keep this midfield challenge game up. It's been just grinding nails against a chalkboard just to get Monaco across the field. Now they save this one, but 35 seconds left, and you're just playing defense. That's not going to be enough, but G1 woke up and smelt the coffee, clearly, as the desk did this morning. But G1 just have to not choke.
I think in that regard, they will likely be just fine. They've seemed to figure out how to open their eyes when they play defense, and everything improved after that point. So well played, G1. You were the better team on paper, and if we just look at the back 3 games of this series, you'd be like, yeah, okay, that's fair. That's about how we thought it would go. But you take the series as a whole, and it's like, boy, you guys had some work to do, and they figured it out. Unfortunately for Monaco, the end of the road here in the European Spring Cup. But you gave yourselves an honest go at it, and you just couldn't find a way to put G1 down.
We'll follow G1's journey through the lower bracket against Team Liquid up next. Just a tough team who lost to Moist Esports 3-1 in that quarterfinals. And we said those Worlds implications, G1 still alive in that sense, as we check in if Leaf is still alive. How you doing?
Wow.
You're doing good, buddy?
You good?
I mean, yeah, I think I'm doing all right. I'm not on that Monaco roster. I'm not dying. I'm okay. We have all our matches. All our matches completed. Now with Monaco G1 moving through. Of course, you saw facing off against Team Liquid, as you mentioned, will be the next matchup here. Saw staying alive. Fufak stop staying alive. And of course, 2.5 men moving on. So why don't we get to our last match? We got one more to go before day 1 is done. And I know you guys like Rocket League, so let's get to the break so we can get back here with Team Liquid and G1 after.